The sheet of ice that covers Greenland contains enough frozen water to raise oceans by 25 feet across the globe. As the planet warms, glaciers melt, causing sea levels to rise.
Global warming and climate change are the big issue discussed in this century. Both of these issues have the potential to change the biological system, especially change in air temperature that are likely to affect the functioning of ecosystem and other living things. The global warming has more impact, such as it changes climate pattern quite abruptly, and it may challenge the natural adaptive capacity of many species. Global warming is classified as a phenomenon of increasing the Earth's temperature that exceeds normal levels. From this phenomena, it will form an ecosystem imbalance on the face of the Earth, and it will feel hotter than usual because of the increase in temperature. During the year 2020, it was recorded as one of the hottest years due to the effect of uncontrolled human activity. For example, National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) researchers say ice loss is particularly severe along the coast of West Greenland due to warming surface water that accelerates the melting of glaciers. At the same time, studies have found that before the year 2100, more than a third of in the world remaining glaciers will melt. So, is it possible that the glacier will melt in the coming years and will contribute to the rise in sea level due to the ocean and air temperature continue to rise? Therefore, to discuss further about this topic, it will be covered in the issue section on the effect and causes of the ice melting and the sea level to rise. Also, we'll be given some suggestions on the topic being covered.
The issue of melting ice cap and sea level rise is very serious. The main contributors to sea level rise are the ice sheet in Greenland and Antarctica. Greenland is now contributing 20% of the current sea level increase and is melting away 4 times quicker than in 2003. Many glaciers throughout the world have been rapidly receding since the early 19th. According to the report, between 2000 up to 2004, glaciers have lost nearly 227 billion tons of ice per year. However, between 2050 and 2019, it increased to 298 billion tons per year. The glacier melt has contributed to 21% of global sea level rise. The temperature around the globe has warmed by 2 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 18th and the beginning of the 19th, so it is obvious that the warm water in the earth will melt the ice. Human acts may be the root cause of this phenomenon. In particular, the melting, curving off into the sea and retreating on land of glaciers is a direct result of the rising temperature caused by the carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions, especially in the polar area. If emissions continue to rise unchecked, scientists predict that by 2040, the Arctic may be ice-free in the summer due to the rapidly rising ocean and ice temperature. The melting of the Earth's ice cap is speeding up. Average annual ice loss in the 2010s was 475 billion metric tons, which is far greater than in the 81 billion metric ton annual loss seen in the 1990s. The rate of melting is increasing and it is melting quicker than we realize. More than 86,000 square kilometers of the ice melt away every year, causing species to lose vital habitat. Not only that, the glaciers are also important for those who live in this area, generally small, which is relying on the glacier to be right above them because the ice melting will come down into village and supply them with a sustained drinking water. This also can lead to landslide, mudslide, and so on. More than 99% of the world's freshwater ice is located in the Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets. The two largest ice caps, a massive ice shelf in the Antarctic, which has been there for at least 12,000 years, is about to break apart. Scientists fear that a global increase in sea levels may destroy coastal communities if this ice sheet melt. If the whole Greenland ice sheet were to melt, the research claimed that the global sea level would increase by 24 feet. The melting of ice may be a canary in a coal mine, indicating that the world is warming. If ice cap continue to recede, global warming will accelerate. Sunlight is reflected back into space by the ice, making it work like a gigantic reflector. However, the melting ice will allow more of the sun heat to be absorbed by the Earth rather than reflect back to space, leading to an increase in global temperature and the consequent melting of even more ice. Due to increased water flow from melting glaciers and ice caps, the volume of the ocean increased as the result of global warming. If that tendency keeps on, or perhaps speed up, it might have dramatic effect on the coast of many countries.
In order to combat the global warming, we have come up with the 4 suggestions that can be adapted to avoid global warming become worsened. First thing first is by the tree plantings. Second is awareness program, and the third one is by enforced law, and the last one is to use the renewable resources. First thing first is the planting trees that will help to reduce the global warming. Even the international organizations support the tree planting. According to the Global Forest Watch, tropical tree loss rose 12% in 2020. 570 million car emits as much carbon dioxide as deforestation, 2.6 billion tons. 2020 was supposed to be the last year people cared about the environment, but it's getting worse since 2000. Greening Malaysia aims to plant 100 million trees over 5 years beginning in 2019. This Shape Property Vision-based program promises a better future. The 11 Malaysian plan allocates 150 million this sum to protect and replant the depleted forest. Deforestation persists because not enough people value the forest. To sustain Malaysia, pollution and oxygen depletion would result from not preserving trees and woods. Government could encourage backyard tree plantings every week or a month. This would help the next generation to relax, lower their blood pressure, and also to lift the spirit. Not only that, trees also helps to cool and freshen the air. This is happened because the trees absorb the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen that will cooling the environment. Together, it will clean the air. Moreover, trees benefit the animals, whereas the animals will go far to find food and shelter in the trees. Habitat loss has killed many animal species. Not only that, the trees also add to reduce the flooding, landslide, drought, and also mitigating the climate change. Last but not least, trees give a huge benefit to the ecosystem. Deep-rooted trees reduce the erosions. The trees also absorb and store the rain, reducing storm water and the sediment. This will prevent the chemical migrations and replenish the groundwater. Leaves also need to be composed well. As a responsible citizens, we should prioritize tree planting, forest conservation, and also environmental protections. Second suggestion is about awareness campaign, whereas the publicity, human actions are largely responsible for the environmental change the world faces. Water, air pollution, and infection diseases that are threatening Malaysia. Changing how people view about nature is crucial. Today, environmental issues include the water, air pollution, and infectious disease need to be looked in a serious way. As a human being, we must change our environmental practice. This strategy includes the Go Green campaign. This is to educate the public preserve or improve the environmental quality. Green actions include the recycling, buying eco-friendly goods, reducing water and power use, and also can be done by reducing car trips. Malaysia government, like many other countries, encourage citizens to live sustainably, whereas the government and the NGO have launched the Go Green initiative includes No Plastic Bag Day, 3R, and environmental education, as well as the campaign by the WWF Malaysia and the Malaysian National Society. These programs have affected the public, but not society at large. People now plan to take environmental responsible actions because of the Go Green campaign. Participants learn about eco-friendly living through these efforts.
Besides, other suggestion is uses of renewable resources. Utilizing the use of renewable resources in building can help decrease in phenomena of greenhouse. Huge buildings require massive use of energy such as electricity and water compared to a small building. As such, creating a space for a plant is necessary in order for fresh air. Besides, it is best for a merry atmosphere. Along with that, huge buildings should adopt the uses of solar power in order to reduce the use of energy. Solar power contributes in reducing the use of energy. For instance, solar uses less water to operate. Solar will lead to a safer environment because solar only requires light from the sun to operate. Other than that, the carbon footprint can be reduced since it uses solar energy. Later, the uses of solar power preserve respiratory health. The National Renewable Energy Laboratory stated that the uses of solar energy may maintain the quality of air health since it reduces the use of carbon footprint, along saving costs to pay utility bills. Big company that adopts the uses of solar power is Intel, which they stated that reduces the use of carbon dioxide emission by about 3,800 tons. Moreover, in order to reduce the phenomena of greenhouse effect, the agriculture sector may practice the uses of renewable energy such as biomass energy, solar energy, and wind power. Farmers especially needed massive use of energy in order to grow their crop, such as water. In that case, instead of using electric power, which may use tons of carbon footprint, solar energy could be useful to have run the plant watering system. In order to preserve the quality of the soil, plant, and the environment, biomass energy is the best way to be applied because it reduces the global warming. Biomass and crops can be converted to energy which can produce fuel, heat, and power for cars, houses, and businesses. Biomass energy can save the uses of non-renewable energy along with the lessening the emission of carbon dioxide. For example, in Brazil, the production of sugarcane is high, which is the predominant feedstock for the bioethanol industry. As a conclusion, renewable energy is far more convenient and a wise choice in the process of reducing the effect of greenhouse gases and the production of gases which contribute to bad quality of gases. Innovation such produce solar and wind turbines are things that help reduce the production of carbon gas, and visibly could help in creating a good air quality. Of course, everyone should give a helping hand to preserve and conserve the forest to rebuild the earth so that the next generation can inhale a good quality of air and have an opportunity to see what we have now. Thank you. The next suggestion is enforce law. Malaysia has encountered many cases regarding illegal and unlicensed timber. By then, rules and regulations are provided for all industries so that they adhere with the situation. By enforcing strict law will allow all activity of logging to not be prevalent and cause massive loss of natural resources. Stated that anyone with license will be considered for legal timber. Trees are also the main product for all materials such as paper, handicraft, building, and many more. It was tough for the government to ensure that everything is protected, not only for the forest but also the other resources. There is an amendment to allow an illegal logger to be fined up to 1 million or minimum for 5 to 20 years in jail. This is to ensure that loggers did not cut off trees extensively. Since 2022, the statistics shows that the forest area in Indonesia is tipping downwards, which is proof that a big population requires massive natural resources as time goes by, because every second people continues evolving. In line with that, Indonesia also provides the Forestry Law of 1999, which contains all the three elements, which are conservation of forest, protection to the forest, and production of the forest. In order to make sure that the activity of deforestation runs lower and be stopped, they expand their relationship with their surroundings so that many parties will be alert and concerned about the agenda. In a nutshell, guidelines and laws are important so that everyone cannot overuse their power over natural resources to fulfill their self-needs. Punishment should be given to those who do not obey the law because of their action, which will cause burden to the others, not only the human, but also the animals and other living things.
With all this topic, global warming has a great impact on the living environment for both human and nature. This issue could be in unstable state for the last few decades if phenomena such as global warming or gas emission continue at the same rate. In this topic as well, if the issue of global warming is not given full attention, then it will affect human, marine life, and the Arctic climate. In fact, Antarctica has a thickness of 2.3 kilometers of rock water, and now is at 2.5 meters below. If everything melts, then there will be overflowing wave, tsunami, subflood, landslide, and so on. Reducing the effect of the melting ice cap and sea level rise can be done by increasing tree replanting activity, increasing the use of renewable energy, adopting a recycle culture, as well as reducing the dependence on the use of private vehicle, but more on public transport. Therefore, all parties should play their respective roles in ensuring the negative impact of global warming can be reduced.